Hi guys, DJ Matty Shizzle here. Today, or tonight even, we're going to be looking at my new digital console, the Behringer X32. 40 inputs, 32 channels with 8 auxiliary sends and returns. Fully motorised control faders with iPad, iPhone remote control. Bit of a beast, very heavy. Flight case sitting downstairs ready for it, so it's road ready. So I'm going to open the box, see what's in there and go from there. So obviously another box within a box. Looks like a poster. Now I'm guessing her indoors won't let me put that on the bedroom wall, so we'll save that. Have to say, big shout out to digitalvillage247.com. Done me a fantastic deal on this, price matched it, and coming very competitive. Coming in at $8.99 now. Hopefully this has been shipped with the latest firmware, but once we switch it on we'll soon find out. So let's see what's in the box. So as usual, most of the box is just box, but instruction manual with a lovely sticker. Oh, and a nice Behringer sticker there. Yeah, that's worth the money on its own, I think. Okay, so I'm going to get this out of the box and then see what we got. Back in a sec. Okay, so we've got the X32 out, put it on the table just so we can get it up off the floor. One thing I have to say is it does still ship with the 2-pin Continental IEC lead. So be prepared to go down and have to rummage through your spares box for an actual IEC for UK. The other thing that was in the box was a very nice dust cover. Now, obviously if this is in a place it's out open all the time, a church or a theatre or something like that, you want to cover it over, stop dust getting into it. But for our purposes, once it's in the flight case, it won't get any dust. So whether I'll actually use this, I'll probably just use that actually to cover the desk over when I'm not in attendance, and then that way then stops people pushing buttons and possibly spilling drinks on it. One thing I did see on one of the videos is you can actually lock the console, I think, so that if for any reason you walk away and leave the desk unattended, you can actually lock it so that anybody touches the console, they can't actually move or change or do anything. I'm going to split this up into bits so that initial switch on, just get it making some noise once I've connected it up. Then maybe sort of messing about trying to add effects and bits and pieces, and then obviously trying then to use one of my old home hubs. BT kindly sent us a new home hub, so I'm going to try and use the home hub 5 that is now spare to create a wireless network, which will then allow me to connect my iPad, and the band can also connect various Android or Apple devices and control their own mix, but that's a long way down the line yet. One thing that they have put there is a pad to hold your phone, so as you can see, look, that fits lovely, doesn't slide off at all. So I'm guessing it's not for the Galaxy Note 5. I'm guessing by magic it's actually for an iPhone. So what that means is I'll just keep my son's iPhone. That's fair enough. Right, okay, when we come back I'll have it set up and switched on. See you in a bit. Okay, hi guys. What I've done now is I've managed to connect this up to an external amplifier. We've now got it making some noise, which obviously first off was a little bit tricky because obviously not knowing bits and pieces. Have watched lots of videos, so do have an idea of what's what and what goes where, but there's nothing like actually getting your hands on the console. So what I've managed to do is get it to the point that actually I've got the microphone set up. I've got it where I've actually got some of the effects working, in terms that I've got the compressor and I've got the limiter and I've got the gate on there as well, so that it will only let a certain amount of sound through and won't let it peak. I've got it actually playing back on my phone. I haven't done any patching or anything like that to get the actual channels where I want them, and changing any of the controls, because as you can see on the top of each channel there is actually a little LED, LCD and LED strip called the scribble strip, which allows you to write exactly what channel does what. So it's very handy. Instead of going, oh, who's on number 5, you can actually write on there who it is, an icon of what it is, and you can then put them into colours, so that if you want all of your drum on, say, red, you can have all your drum on red or your vocals on green and such like, whatever works for you. So as I say, I've not done all the sort of setting it right up and getting everything, so you know, we'll go into that in more videos, but I've got it to the point where actually I've just plugged the phone in and I've got some music. So as you can see, when we jump across the layers, each of these faders then does another job, which allows us to have sort of 32, 16, 32 as such. So at the moment, as you can see, I've got the phone playing through a set of returns, auxiliary ins 5 and 6. So we'll bring that up. The thing I noticed about auxiliaries is they don't actually have the same dynamics. They don't have compressors and gates and such forth, because they're not really set up as microphone channels. They're actually set up as sort of auxiliary inputs, which you get your full graphic. You still can send them to your auxiliary buses, your monitors, but they're not really designed for actual sort of microphone channels. So that's why it's called a 32 channel, because it's 32 microphone channels plus, as you can see, 2, 4, 6, 8 auxiliary ins. So at the moment I've just got 5 and 6 running my phone just to give us a little bit of music. And the cool thing is, on this one you can actually plug a USB stick in that you've formatted correctly, and then actually you can then, if you've got music in between a show or you want to play back from a memory stick, you've actually got the ability. And notice here, what's happening here is when you link the two channels together, you only have to move one fader, and obviously where they're motorised, the other fader will work with it. So that's it for this video. Next video is sort of going a bit more in depth, showing you how to set up all the channels, how to label them, set up all the dynamics on them, and then from there I'm also then going to go on and show how to then set up the bus sends for monitors, and taking it a step further, showing you how to actually connect an iPad and remote devices, setting up a little wireless network so that you can walk around the room. Because the beauty about a digital console is you don't have to stand at the desk and think, what does it sound like in that corner of the room? You walk to that corner of the room, you have a listen, and you can actually mess about with the faders and change the sound as you're sort of walking the room. So you get a better idea of, well, the people at the back can't hear, but the people at the front, it's too loud. You can mess about and you can change stuff around. So that's it for now. Next video, as I say, a few more bits and pieces hopefully connected up, and then we'll take it on to some wireless connectivity. See you soon. Bye.